High-earning professionals spend decades building their income, but when protecting it, many make a critical error in how they buy disability insurance. It is easy to assume that any insurance agent, or even a corporate HR portal, has the exact same capabilities and the same ultimate goal of finding you the best policy. But the insurance system is strictly divided into two completely different representation models: captive agents and independent brokers. If you go the captive route, working directly with a major brand name or checking a box on your company benefits portal, you are stepping into a closed ecosystem. A captive agent is legally and financially obligated to sell you the exact product manufactured by their specific employer. If their policy has weak definitions or poor pricing for your job title, they cannot offer you a competitor's alternative. Employer group plans operate on the same restriction. They provide a single, generalized policy structured for the lowest common denominator of the entire company, not your specific risk profile. The alternative is the independent broker. They operate completely outside of any single insurance company's control. Working with an independent broker allows you to find a contract that mirrors your professional reality, rather than trying to fit your financial life into a single carrier's rigid box. The modern disability insurance market consists of dozens of highly rated carriers. Each one writes completely different rulebooks on how they define an injury, how they classify your job, and what they charge. This matrix shows how these two models stack up side by side across the specific dimensions that dictate whether a policy will actually pay out. First, look at market access. A captive agent's inventory begins and ends with one carrier only. An independent broker simultaneously scans over 100 top-rated carriers to find the exact contract language your occupation requires. Next is portability. If you rely on a group plan, your income protection vanishes the moment you leave your job, change firms, or launch your business. Policies structured by an independent broker are fully portable. The coverage follows you for the life of your career, and the carrier cannot cancel it or raise your rates as long as you pay the premium. Then there is the actual definition of disability. Carriers do not define this word equally. A captive agent can only offer their employer's interpretation, even if it allows the carrier to deny a claim simply because you can work a different job. Independent brokers search the open market specifically to secure a true own occupation definition, ensuring you are paid if you cannot perform your exact, specialized daily duties. Since independent brokers have access to the marketplace, they can prioritize contract quality and carrier strength rather than being restricted to a single product line. A captive agent is paid to convince you their single product is the right fit. An independent broker is paid to systematically eliminate the wrong products until the best fit remains. These structural differences become even more critical during the application phase, which requires a rigorous medical and occupational evaluation. Submitting an application directly to a single carrier when you have a specialized job or a complex health history is risky. This flowchart illustrates what happens if that single carrier rejects your application or issues an exclusion. It creates a permanent Medical Information Bureau record. That record automatically flags your profile. Even if another carrier would have normally accepted you, that initial rejection severely restricts your ability to get approved anywhere else. Independent brokers use an entirely different strategy. They conduct anonymous pre-application cross-referencing with multiple underwriting departments. By testing your specific medical profile against multiple carrier guidelines without attaching your name, they identify the company most likely to approve you on favorable terms before a single piece of official paperwork is filed. This systematic screening identifies the carrier with the most favorable guidelines for your condition, securing coverage while keeping your permanent record clean. That same level of strategy is required for income verification. Standard insurance portals are built to read one thing: a basic W-2 salary. If you are a business owner, a partner in a firm, or a specialized professional, your compensation is rarely that simple. You are likely paid through K-1 distributions, retained earnings, or structured bonuses. This chart shows how an employer group plan usually caps your benefits at a strict percentage of your base salary, ignoring those other revenue streams and leaving a massive portion of your actual earning power exposed. Independent brokers solve this by custom designing policies with the exact financial documentation required to legally prove and fully protect highly complex income structures. All of this careful planning leads to one ultimate test: the day years from now when you actually have to file a catastrophic claim. If you file through a captive agent, you face a serious conflict of interest. Their paycheck and their ultimate loyalty belong to the exact same insurance company that is scrutinizing your medical records. An independent broker's legal and practical allegiance is tied strictly to you, not the carrier. When the insurance company attempts to protect its bottom line, your broker serves as your personal contract advocate to ensure the policy pays exactly as written. The mechanics of disability insurance dictate that who you choose to represent you determines the quality of the protection you receive. If you are an employee with a simple, standard W-2 income and minimal financial obligations, a basic employer group plan might be sufficient. But if you possess highly specialized skills, own a business, or command a variable, high-tier income, generic coverage is a liability. You require a representative who can evaluate the entire board to engineer an airtight, specialized contract. That is exactly what Diversified Insurance Brokers delivers. Operating completely outside of single carrier restrictions, Diversified has been evaluating over 100 top-rated carriers and successfully advocating for clients since 1980. Partnering with Diversified provides an unbiased sweep of the market, bespoke income documentation, and a dedicated advocate in your corner. Stop relying on a false sense of security. Click the link in the description to secure your personalized, unbiased disability insurance review today.